Self-discipline rarely makes noise. It doesn't shout. It doesn't demand applause. It doesn't announce itself on a stage or chase recognition. It works quietly, in the shadows of your daily life, in the moments no one else sees. It's the choice to get up when you would rather stay in bed. It's the pause before reacting when anger tempts you to lash out. It's the decision to hold your tongue when speaking might win you short-term satisfaction but cost you long-term peace. Self-discipline is the silent strength that carries you through the storms of life, and the Stoics knew it well. When we think of strength, we often imagine something loud: muscles, force, dominance, power displayed in front of others. But the Stoics believe the greatest strength is inner strength. Marcus Aurelius, emperor of Rome, commanded legions of soldiers, yet he reminded himself daily that the hardest battle was the one within. Epictetus, born a slave, had no armies, no wealth, and yet his teachings have endured for centuries because he mastered what few people ever do: control of the self. Seneca, surrounded by luxury and temptation, warned that indulgence enslaves while discipline frees. The Stoics saw clearly that self-discipline is not a cage. It is the key to freedom. Why is this true? Because without self-discipline, you are ruled by impulses. Every craving, every distraction, every temptation pulls you like a puppet on strings. A harsh word is spoken, and you react in anger without thought. A desire arises, and you chase it, even if it harms you. A fear whispers, and you obey it, shrinking from opportunities that might change your life. Without discipline, you are not free. You are a slave to whatever feeling passes through your body and mind. Discipline is the silent strength that cuts those strings. It gives you back control. It allows you to choose, not simply react. But self-discipline is not glamorous. It will not impress the crowd in the moment. In fact, most of the time it will go unnoticed. When you choose water over another drink, no one applauds. When you choose to stay home and work instead of chasing entertainment, no one congratulates you. When you choose silence instead of an argument, people may even think you weak. Yet this is why discipline is silent strength. Its rewards are not immediate applause, but long-term peace, stability, and freedom. The Stoics understood that true discipline shows its value over years, not moments. Think of your own life. How often have you regretted a lack of discipline? You ate too much, and your body paid the price. You spoke too quickly, and your relationships suffered. You procrastinated, and your opportunities slipped away. In those moments, the pleasure of indulgence was loud, but the cost came later. Discipline works the opposite way. It is quiet in the moment, even difficult, but its rewards echo long after. You resist the temptation to overspend, and years later you find financial freedom. You resist the urge to explode in anger, and you preserve trust with the people you love. You resist laziness, and you discover what you are truly capable of. Discipline whispers now so that peace can roar later. The Stoics practiced discipline in small and large ways. Seneca recommended voluntary discomfort, sleeping on the floor, eating simple food, wearing plain clothing, so that when fortune tested them, they would already be prepared. Marcus Aurelius practiced mental discipline by writing to himself every morning, reminding his mind to stay calm, just, and steady. Epictetus trained his students to see every event as a chance to practice self-control. These habits were not about denying life's pleasures, but about proving to themselves that they did not belong to their pleasures. They belonged to themselves. And that is the essence of discipline, not rejection, but mastery. Modern life makes discipline even harder because everything is designed to weaken it. Companies spend billions to hijack your attention. Apps are designed to keep you scrolling. Food is engineered to make you crave more. Distractions are everywhere, and comfort is always within reach. In such a world, discipline is not just a habit. It is resistance. It is rebellion. It is reclaiming your mind from forces that profit when you are weak. The quiet act of turning off your phone, of saying no, of walking away, becomes an act of immense strength in a world that thrives on your impulses. But let's be clear, self-discipline is not punishment. It is not harshness against yourself. It is not treating yourself as an enemy. It is treating yourself as someone worthy of respect. Discipline is not saying, I must suffer. It is saying, I will not betray myself. It is recognizing that your highest self is not found in indulgence, but in alignment with your values. When you live with discipline, you live with integrity. You keep your word, not just to others, but to yourself, and that creates a strength no external reward can match. Ask yourself, how many times have you promised yourself you would change, only to break that promise? How many times have you said, tomorrow I'll start, and tomorrow never came? Each broken promise weakens your spirit. Each act of discipline strengthens it. Discipline is like a muscle. It grows with use. Start small. Choose one habit, one commitment, one promise, and keep it. Over time, your strength grows. The Stoics believed progress comes not from great leaps, but from daily practice. Each day you live with discipline is another step toward freedom. Think of the areas of life where discipline matters most. In speech, to speak less and only with purpose. In thought, to direct your attention toward what is within your control. In action, to align what you do with what you value. In desire, to want less, and in wanting less, to be satisfied with more. This is why the Stoics considered discipline one of the cardinal virtues. Without it, wisdom cannot be applied, justice cannot be consistent, courage cannot be sustained. Discipline is the foundation on which all other virtues stand, and yet it remains silent. No one sees the battle when you resist temptation. No one applauds when you choose patience over anger. No one cheers when you close the laptop and go to sleep early. But you know, and over time that knowledge accumulates into a quiet strength that cannot be shaken. The crowd may not notice, but you will stand in storms where others fall. You will remain steady when others are ruled by impulse. You will discover that the loudest strength is temporary, but the silent strength of discipline lasts for life. When everything collapses, discipline becomes your anchor. You may lose money, but discipline helps you rebuild. You may lose relationships, but discipline keeps you from losing yourself. You may face failure, but discipline turns failure into training. This is why the Stoics did not fear hardship. Discipline made them ready. Life could strip them of wealth, reputation, and comfort, but it could not strip them of their self-control. And so they were free, even in chains, even in exile, even in loss. Imagine living this way. Imagine no longer being dragged around by every craving, every distraction, every impulse. Imagine choosing with clarity instead of reacting with chaos. Imagine looking back on your life and knowing that you lived with integrity, that you did not betray yourself for temporary pleasures. That is the promise of self-discipline. It is not easy. It is not glamorous, but it is freedom. So how do you start? Begin with one practice. Choose one area of life where your impulses rule you most: anger, food, distraction, laziness, and practice discipline there. Do not aim for perfection, aim for progress. Each small act of discipline trains the mind, strengthens the will, and builds the habit. Over time, you will discover a calmness inside you that is unshaken by chaos outside you. That calmness is the fruit of discipline. That calmness is the silent strength of the Stoic. And here is the truth. No one can give you discipline. No book, no course, no mentor can hand it to you. It must be built within, choice by choice, day by day. The Stoics can point the way, but the walking is yours. You will stumble, you will fall, you will fail, but each time you rise again. Each time you return to discipline, you grow stronger. The silent strength grows, quietly, but surely, until one day you look back and realize you are no longer the same. You are free. If you have listened this far, then you already feel the truth of this. You know that the easy path has not given you peace. You know that indulgence only leads to emptiness. You know that your best self is waiting, and discipline is the bridge to reach it. So take the step. Start today. Keep your word. Train your mind. Practice the Stoic habit of self-control, not for applause, but for freedom. And if this message has resonated with you, I invite you to join this journey. Subscribe for more Stoic lessons, not as abstract philosophy, but as living practices for strength and peace in modern life. Share in the comments one area where you need more discipline and how you will begin building it today. Your words may inspire someone else to take their first step. And share this with someone you care about, someone who might need the reminder that silent strength is possible, even in a noisy world.